And just like that, it's another week. And we're into December. Hi, everybody. I'm what's left of Russ Kane. I got to tell you, welcome. This is the Midday Show, of course. Eventually, Neil Long will make a guest appearance. No wonder. I think his late father used to call him the late Neil Long. Timekeeping, never really. Apparently, Neil's got a guest today. Absolutely not. Here we go. Let's start with our guest. Hello, Karen.
Hi, Russ. How are you?
I'm well, not at all well, but nonetheless, that's my problem, not yours. Here we are. Tell us all about yourself. Welcome to the Midday Show. No idea where Neil Long is. Probably at a comedy gig. How you do? Oh no! Oh, God.
Oh, here he is.
Oh, God. No, don't encourage him, love. Don't encourage him. So, Karen, tell us all about yourself.
Lovely to be here. Thank you for having me on today.
Not at all.
Good afternoon, Karen. Good afternoon. Welcome back.
Don't act all charming because you just turn up like Johnny lately, and you're just all charming and nice and fooling her with your faux delightfulness. Yeah, we see you, Longie. We see you.
It's gonna get
right there. He is. Right, come on, Karen.
It is welcome back though, because we had Karen on before.
And I know. I recognise her name.
Today is a special day, or tomorrow is a very special day, and we're doing a kind of a book pre-launch today because I very much like the cut of her jib.
Likes the cut of her jib.
Yes,
I could have gone horribly wrong. Anyway, right. Okay. So, Karen, welcome back.
Thank you.
Not at all. Good afternoon to you.
So, yeah, thank you for having me back. I'm so excited. I'm here today to talk about...
You got to get out more. Karen, you got to get out more. Really. I'm telling you now. Really.
And, yeah, I'm so grateful for you having me back here to...
Do me a favour, hold that book up again and adopt a proud pose. There we go.
Why don't you take a screenshot? That's the way to do it.
All right,
take a phone in the corner of the picture.
all right. Do that again, Karen. Do that again.
See, look, this is my intellectual look. Fantastic. Right. Okay, that's enough of that. Right, Karen, what is this book all about?
So this book is my journey from getting pregnant with our second child.
Okay.
My husband been diagnosed with stage 4 bowel cancer.
Oh, Jesus.
My husband unfortunately dying 18 months later, when our youngest daughter was 13 months. And my journey to where I am today, back to myself, because when our lives are ripped out from underneath us like that, it's how do we begin again? How do we find ourselves when the worst thing possible has happened?
That's what really impressed me when you came on before, Karen. It was to show other people that no matter what you're going through, there is a journey back, and you're living proof of it. You know, you can get out the darkness, you can be happy again, and turn the corner and turn the healing corner, and and help other people as well, which I thought was lovely.
Karen, as you may or may not know, and I take no credit for this or delight, I had a similar situation to you.
Yeah.
As I think you know, that my wife died when our twins were 5 years old.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it.
No, it's not a smooth. It's not a journey that I'd wish on anybody.
The aftershocks of it ripple on many years later.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't stop.
It never ever goes away, but it's a way of trying to navigate your way through a very shitty sea.
Yeah. And that is what the book is.
Who is Maddie? Who is this person? Is she your PR woman?
Maddie is, I work with Maddie. She is amazing. And I've just been on with her this morning on a co-working group. Maddie is an ADHD coach and money specialist. And
Maddie.
sorry.
I'll just say good afternoon, Maddie.
Oh, good afternoon, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. And I said that I was coming on, and she said that she would come and join us, which I thought was.
Well, she wanted, yeah, if she wants to jump on, she can jump on as well if you want. But we'd rather have you.
Yeah. So no, I know it does just keeps coming, and it keeps coming at different stages. It doesn't go away. And I think that's one of the key messages that I believe is so important around grief, is that it doesn't go away. It's something that you live with and you learn to grow around, but it's always there. There's no like magic, a year's passed,
No,
I'm all better.
No.
And it's not, you're not ticking off boxes of anger. Like,
No. And there's so many stages of it, aren't there, that I think have been recognised quite acutely in the psychological community. And what my experience of grief, you just think you're all right, just think you're doing all right. Oh, I'm doing all right, I've got this, and then bang, out of nowhere, and it floors you again. But what I did find on the happier side was these moments, shall we call them, became less intense, less regular, and less long.
Yeah.
And it certainly does for me personally. I can't and wouldn't try and speak for anyone else, but for me, it fades from whence it came from to a point. I
was going to say to Karen,
a significant point.
Yeah, I'm going to say to Karen, I've just come out of. I'm coming out of an absolute black hole, worst I've been in decades.
Yeah,
absolutely appalling. I'm being honest about it, but I'm not going to be one of those people who jump on TV and share their grief and all. No, I'm just not going to do it because my private life's my private life. That's it, right?
Yeah.
But if it helps other people, that's okay. But I'm just kind of addressing Longie's point, is that the last few weeks basically launched when my back went, and that was just diabolical. My back is slowly, it's why you see me shifting around, slowly healing. But this grief thing, I wrote in a book, which I was asked to contribute to, that there is no statute of limitations on grief.
No.
And I think, how do you feel about this, Karen? How do you feel about this? Because I think one of the great lies that we are told is that, time's a great healer. Time's a great healer.
No.
And I think and the trouble is, if you're told that and you think, well, that must be true.
Yeah.
And you're
I'm
not
doing something wrong.
And you're not healing.
Exactly. You think you're doing something wrong. And I think that's the message loud and clear from any conversation about this. You are doing nothing wrong. Whatever you're feeling is acceptable. It's all allowed. Time isn't a healer. Healing is a healer.
Yeah. And I think there's no, it comes in waves, literally, but they don't just fade away and drop off. They come, and sometimes they're like this huge tsunami and knock you off your feet, like you say. Yeah. And other times they're just gentle ripples that you think, I've got this now. Yeah, and then another one, like you say, so many years later. I was talking to a lady over the weekend, and she said that she didn't properly grieve when her husband died because she was so focused on looking after the kids and
getting through everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm really glad you said that, because that's another thing, because I went into get busy mode.
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, we know.
It was kind of, it was a band-aid at best. Number one, because it was practical, because I had to do it, even though it burnt me out eventually.
Yeah.
Which wasn't fun.
But you had repercussions, though, didn't you, Longie? I mean, you've been very open about it.
You don't, and we're not taught to process it. I don't know.
No.
This is why conversations like this are important.
Vital.
To process it, in my opinion, you need a safe space, people you feel you can absolutely trust, and just be allowed to express whatever you need to feel or express in that moment at the worst time of your life. And people need to understand that, the sensitivities
as a celebrant
that you're going
obviously
through.
I'm doing I had to stop because of my back, but I'm doing 2-3 funerals a week.
Yeah.
And from my own personal experience, if somebody's ill, it's the center of your life, and you're in the hospital, out the hospital, in the hospital, out. You're always traveling to the hospital, or you're in the hospital, or you're traveling home. You're exhausted. Then they die. Then you got the funeral, so you got to plan the funeral, do the funeral. You're busy.
Mm-hmm.
The day after the funeral, it's falling off a cliff.
Yeah,
because
it's just,
you're not going to a hospital. People never talk about this.
no.
You know,
No.
they
You're
always
right.
talk about in esoteric terms. And it's a nonsense. You're not going to the hospital anymore. You haven't got any more
Busyness works to a point.
Yes,
it works to a point, but it's a band-aid at best.
Yes,
and then suddenly, like Russ says, when you're not busy anymore, suddenly, bang.
And you've got
all
time
the
to
unprocessed
think.
stuff comes
It's
up.
horrible.
Could be months later, could be years later.
Yeah.
It depends how well we've done a good job of pushing it down. But maybe, and I'm sure your book addresses this, maybe pushing it down isn't the best thing to do.
No, it's not. But it's a coping mechanism. We're taught everywhere we look that we numb, we don't express, we just get on, don't we? And that's what we're expected to do.
Like Maddie's commenting, she's absolutely right. Yeah, we do that. So tell
but
us
also,
some more.
I've got to just add one thing. So sorry, Longie. I want to add one thing, which again people don't talk about, which is why I always wanted to have this outlet to discuss these things and get guests like you and have the wonderful Neil with me. And I'm so grateful to him, as he knows. I know I take the piss out of him brutally, but we've known each other 35 years or more, I think.
You're allowed to, aren't you? Yeah.
No, we go back.
No excuse. I'm writing it all down. There will be a day of reckoning.
Of course there will be a day of reckoning. Is that when you're busy and you're surrounded by people and family, and then suddenly it's the funeral, you've had the funeral, it's finished. Everyone understandably gets on with their lives. There's the poor old Fred, blah blah blah. Okay, they've got lives to lead.
Yeah, and their normal is continuing.
They've gone, and you're thinking, shit, what? Whoa.
Yeah.
You know,
everything stops for you because your life and you can never go back to that person you were.
I was incredibly lucky, and somebody very special came and was able to help me. But wow, I mean,
But what I'm getting from you, Karen, is that you can go through it and you can grow through it and become a new, bigger, better, evolved.
Really?
Maybe I could use the word.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you honestly believe that, Karen? Do you believe?
There is a phrase, post-traumatic growth, and I've heard that quite a lot in conversations I've had like this. And certainly at the beginning of the process, you would never believe it because you feel awful. But I can, certainly at an intellectual level, understand it. You can, even out of the worst experiences, take some learnings and use it to grow and evolve as a person. I do think it's the thing, but I certainly wouldn't say that to someone when they're in the very acute.
Oh God!
They'd
probably punch. I mean, seriously, they'd probably.
Well, no, quite rightly, yeah. Oh, you'll get post-traumatic growth. You'll be all right. I mean,
you'll be okay. Yeah, you can't say that because
I think part of me died. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Part of me absolutely died.
And then you have to build your life around the bits that you haven't got anymore.
Yeah, and you will never be that person. We can never go back, but you won't be that person, but you can be a different person that takes those pieces of your person that you loved, that you no longer have. You can take them with you because we always do. I mean, I see Ben in comments that I make, the things that I say to the kids, what the kids' mannerisms, what they say and how they do things, even though they were so young when he died, they still... they're part of him, and we keep him alive because.
Can I ask you a leading question? And you can tell me to piss off. It's absolutely fine. It's not the BBC. You can say, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Some people, when a parent dies and the kids are kind of young, or not even that young, let's say up to teenage years, right?
Yeah.
They never talk about it. It's like it never happened. Well, it's a verboten subject. So sorry. I took the opposite view, and you want to talk about it? We talk about it, and was very open about it. I'm not convinced it helped, but oddly enough, in the long run. But I'm not going into that. But I took the opposite. So you talk about it? It's open.
Yeah, it's open. I mean, the kids were both as involved. I was as honest as I could be, age appropriately. How
old are the kids now, Karen?
My eldest is just turned 13 and my youngest is 9.
Okay.
So they're still only little. They're still
They're
only
babies. They're babies.
babies, yeah,
Sure, of
who've
course
been
they-
through a lot.
But
But yeah,
they're always our babies.
yeah,
Doesn't matter how old
exactly.
they are.
They always will be, especially the
Yeah.
little ones, aren't
Neil's,
they?
Neil's daughter's fantastic and a brain like the planet Jupiter, and still his baby.
She's 30 and she's still my baby. She
Yeah,
always
of
will be.
course.
Yeah,
Sure, but-
exactly.
sure,
Yeah.
sure.
But you're right, there
Um,
are age appropriate things you can say. Children seem to process it differently. I remember when a dear friend of mine sadly died, and he had a real brood. He had four kids, and they were outside that night looking up at the sky, saying, "Oh, Daddy's up there now." Not particularly what we would experience as grief. It was quite not strange.
Yeah.
Maybe age appropriate is the word I want. An age
It's
appropriate.
nice, it's sweet.
Yeah,
But it is very sweet. But they weren't tearful. They weren't sad in the grieving sense. It's almost a very innocent, childlike way. Oh, it's all right. Daddy's up there now. You know that kind of thing. Yeah.
I think it is. It's and obviously, it's not a religion. It's like, it's not a religious conversation, but it's personal choice. But I know sometimes that can be quite difficult, and in schools and things, they confuse them with talking about death and heaven and hell and things like that, and you're like, it's not
Shocking.
not okay. You need to be honest with them, and you need to you need to be as honest as you can, trusting yourself and your beliefs, I believe.
But Karen, this is a really difficult area, because especially doing a lot of funerals, I do weddings as well, but doing a lot of funerals, some people really, if they want to ask me to research, that they want to believe there's a heaven.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to stand there and go, I've seen the other side of that wall. I know what heaven looks like.
Yeah.
It's on an industrial scale. I mean, that's another conversation, right? But if they want to believe that and it gives them comfort, I think it's shocking to say, are you mad? I think it's a beautiful thing. If that gives them comfort, that's all you want. I do not agree with saying, oh, by the way, Neil Long, if you do X, Y, and Z, you're going to hell. I mean, what a disgusting concept.
Yeah.
What a shocking governance.
I think it's a really good time to separate, because your book has certainly, it got a spiritual element. And I think it's really important to separate religion and spirituality, because they're not the same thing. I don't think anyone goes to hell. I think if there is a hell, it's something self-created. It's a state. It's a very low state of consciousness. Yeah. Apart from Bradford, very low state of confidence, a low, let's say a
low vibrational state, isn't it?
Thank you. That's what I was going to say. A very low vibrational, fear-based, if you like, state, where heaven would be expansive and love-based, and you can choose to go from one to the other. It's not like you're locked there, you're trapped there. It's not a place. It's a state of being, if you like, and that's really important. Because to tell young people that some people are going to heaven and some people are going to hell, that's just a religious control mechanism that's been used and abused, really, really abused, disgustingly abused over the years. Don't get me started on it. It winds me up.
No.
Neil and I share the same thing.
I'll never forget. There was a politician, I can't remember his name, but he got in trouble, and he was doing this talk after he got out of prison, and he was doing it at a local church.
Sorry, gang. I'll be with you.
That's God on the phone, and I'm probably in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was doing it in this local church, Karen. And I thought it'd be interesting to go along and see, do this talk. And I went along, and all the candles are lit, and it all looked very beautiful. It was a very sort of traditional, church. It looked lovely, very, very nice. Anyway, so I sat down next to this guy who was in the audience, and he said, would you like some cheese? That was his opening line. And I said, not for me, thank you. And then I said, so what are you doing here? He said, well, I thought I'd better come because it's better than eternal torment. And that was his opening freaking line to me.
Yeah.
And I thought, you and people like you are the reason why people are running from religion in their droves. If that's your opening
all
comment,
agency away from ourselves, doesn't it?
And it takes the agency and empowerment away from ourselves. And if he bothered to read the Bible, it is taught in there that heaven or this state of consciousness is inside ourselves.
Yeah.
But try telling him that.
Yeah.
The talk was good. The guy talked about what happens after Judgment Day. I don't personally believe in that either. You know, I think non-Judgment Day would be a really good idea, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
At some
It'd
point,
make everyone a bit happier, wouldn't it, as well?
yeah,
if
and then it would be
coming
almost
from
a lot
non-judgment.
like, a lot like heaven, right? And Ian, interestingly, brings science into it, because I don't think science and spirituality are mutually exclusive. There's some wonderful teachers now who've blended the two. You know, quantum physics, for example, that's the link between the two, isn't it?
Yeah,
Science
well, my
says,
background's environmental chemistry. I'm a chemist, and
right.
I'm a chemist.
And that must
I'm
be
a
some
healer.
interesting insights, actually, because you look at things through a scientific paradigm and it can make sense. Again, not religion, spirituality. Science says that all that was at the Big Bang still exists. Nothing ceases to exist but remains as something else. I like to think that is another existence. Exactly. Even physics, early physics teaches that energy can't be created or destroyed. It just goes to another form. Or another vibration, you know, and that I can understand, but this kind of separation from source, and it's either here or there. Don't buy it. Sorry,
no,
don't buy
definitely not. We are source. We are
exactly
universal energy. We come from the same stuff that made stars, that made the ocean, and
even the brand new Heavies had a song back in the 90s called "You Are the Universe."
Yeah,
worth listening to. I want to hear more about your book because we got you on to launch your book. Take us through it.
So the book is
Sorry, Russ.
Oh, can you hear me, gang?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Oh, great.
Yes.
What I was going to say, we were talking about death. So that was one of my funeral directors on the phone, and somebody's just died, and they're debating. This is the reality of life and death. They're debating, do they want the funeral just before Christmas? And so I'm on standby to do it now. Or do they want to leave it? So I'm talking to the funeral director and saying, well, if you leave it, you got it hanging over your head. So you're going to be wearing a party hat, pulling Christmas crackers, thinking, geez, you know, it's Dad's funeral tomorrow, you know, January the 2nd, or get it out of the way and do it first. It's life,
it's so
life,
isn't it?
Wow, it's just what the heck.
But that is, like you say,
I
that's
apologize for disappearing, Karen. Please don't think I'm being rude, because I think you're a fabulous guest.
Let's hear some more about your book, because I'm dying to give us a synopsis. Take us through it. Forum stage.
So the synopsis is, it's my story. So I turned to nature when I got my head out of my backside long enough to actually start to function, and I started swimming in the sea. I actually moved us 300 miles up country to move us closer to the sea and come back to where I grew up. And I started following the moon. The moon was always there. I remember when Ben was in the hospice, he spent 2 nights in the hospice just before he died. And I would go out. We had like a room with a balcony, not a balcony, like a patio door. So I would go out and look, and the moon was just always there. And I didn't really think anything of it. It was just there. And as I sort of got more in tune with the tides and things like that, I started following the moon. And
you know why I'm smiling, Karen?
Why?
I'm smiling because the autobiography bit that I wrote is called Shout at the Moon.
Yeah.
Couldn't make it up.
And we do. Yeah. Why not? Because
it's very raw.
It's
real.
just oh, thank you, Longie. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I'll have to read it. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, he's a very good writer.
Get your Kleenex ready.
And mine, yeah.
So you're following the moon and the lunar cycles, right?
Yeah. Wow. So it's my story. So it's a memoir. It's a map using the moon cycle, and it's a mirror because the moon reflects.
Not understanding the bit about the map. Sorry. It's a map using lunar cycles. Help me out here.
It's so the moon goes through her, whichever way you look at it. I work normally with 8 phases of the moon that she goes through every month. So we start with the new moon, and that's when we set our intentions, and it's like deep winter if you're looking at it in the kind of seasonal way. So that's the new moon. Then the moon grows down to the full moon about 2 weeks later, and that's when we show gratitude. We can release anything that isn't serving us, and then we go back to the new moon 2 weeks later.
It reminds me a little of crop rotation, of time to grow, fallow time to harvest.
Yeah,
I'm very confused.
Well, no, I mean, a few years ago, I'd have found this hard to believe, but I mean, the moon really does affect Earth.
Yes.
And all these sorts of things. So again, it's this idea that we're separate from nature, I think, which we're not. We're not apart from it. We're a part of it. And if it can affect tides, why wouldn't it affect?
I mean, we're made of
it's not
when we're
that
born,
big a
it's
stretch,
78%
really.
water,
Yeah.
and we're probably all three of us still made of 60% water, and the chemical composition.
I think I made about 95% tramadol at the moment.
The past couple of weeks, and the chemical composition of what our cells are made up of is almost identical to that of seawater, and we see the gravitational effect of the tide or of the moon on our tides like twice a day if we live next to the sea. So why?
Yeah, or the river Thames, Karen. So the River Thames
and
dropped
our estuaries.
14
Yeah.
feet. It's incredible.
So why are we not going to be impacted and not going to be affected by it, even if we don't realize that we are being affected by it? When you actually tune in and follow that cycle, then the comparisons and the kind of the triggers is the wrong word, but the similarities, I suppose, with where we are in the moon cycle and where our moods might be are really, really well mirrored. I mean, the moon is just a mirror.
So you started tuning into the lunar cycles. Did a sense of tuning into something that was bigger than you, albeit natural, like the moon, help you in your healing? Did it help you feel more at one with the bigger picture, shall we say?
Yeah, right. I think when the worst thing that we can imagine has happened and we're living through it, we try and control so much. We come to control because we couldn't control that person dying. We cling on and we try and force and we try and almost control what we can. So through fear, obviously, because we don't want it to happen again. And
through anger, I think, as well.
Yeah. We want things to work out how we want them to. We've had.
Well, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans.
Yeah, exactly. And it's that.
A lot of the spiritual path is about letting go rather than control,
so
isn't it? The word allowing comes in.
When we surrender and let go and just soften a little bit, because we tense up physically and mentally, and our body back pain holds it all in. But when we do allow, and it takes time, I mean, my husband died 8.5 years ago. This isn't something that happens overnight or in a year. It happens over time. And sometimes it's so tiny, the increments that we're softening and like almost allowing. Maybe it's just that asking a friend for help or admitting that we're feeling pretty bloody awful and we would like a hand, or just it takes time. And
I'm going to ask a very personal question.
We're not very good at asking.
I'm going to ask a very personal question.
Yeah.
Right. Is obviously your mate Maddie, who's your best pal, coming up here all the time with the comments. How were your friends? Don't name names because that's none of my business. have some people that you thought would definitely 100%, whatever happens, hell or high water, be there, buggered off.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
It's
they do.
incredible.
It's delicious. I think
It's
people don't know what to
incredible.
do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
why
I
do
don't
they
know.
do
I
it?
think-
Stinking
they don't know what to
cowards. They're
do.
stinking cowards.
Yeah.
And
It's
has anybody
really
said to you,
hard.
Karen, oh, like ages later, not, you know, you've got yourself together, you've written a book, you're here on a show, albeit with me and Neil, but, you know, you're together, right? Has anybody said, oh, Karen, hi. You know, they bumped into you in Sainsbury's or something, go, oh, I didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
I just want
It's
to
just
punch
an
them in the
excuse,
face
isn't it?
and
I
go,
wouldn't go that far. Russ. I don't think people genuinely do know what to say. We're all a
oh,
bit
but for
embarrassed about
God's
it.
sake, you
We're
just
not
say,
trained in
Karen,
grief. We're
I'm
not
so
trained
sorry. Is it difficult to pick up the phone, Neil?
No.
Seriously, I'm not having a pop at you. It's something that really triggers me because I
Yeah.
think it's, and just say, Karen, hi, it's Russ. I know we don't know each other, but say, you know, hi, it's Russ. I'm so sorry. Is there anything I can do?
Yeah.
That's it. You might say, if you could do a bit of shopping because the kids are driving me mad. I go, yeah, okay, whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's not difficult. Those are the words to say. I'm so sorry for your loss. Can I help?
Yeah.
That's it.
And it's not.
I don't
It's
want
not
the
about
Gettysburg
trying to,
Address.
yeah, fix it, because it can't be fixed. Nobody can fix it. And I think that's where people find it really uncomfortable. They don't want to see our grief. They don't want to see our
It's not
discomfort.
contagious.
No.
Cancer is not contagious. It's not the
No.
flu. All right. I had
Yeah.
people crossing the road. I'd be walking down the street. I don't mean because it's me because they hate me. I'm talking about when I was with my late wife. They cross the road now. I don't blame them. But we're like, you know, I said cross the road.
Yeah.
Jesus, what do you think you're going to get? You're going to breathe it in.
It's just, and it's such an isolating time anyway, and to have that happen.
It's incredibly isolating, and it's. I've said it so many times when we talk an awful lot more about mental health and well-being on this show, that the nature of any psychological issue, for want of a better word, is it feels isolating by its very nature. Just by knowing there's other people. I heard a story this morning of a girl that suffered with eating disorders, but once she finally got a diagnosis of ADHD and ASD, it almost healed her because, I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
I'm not alone. You know, and to feel you're part of something bigger, which is where I was leading with a question. Like you tuned into the moon cycles, you felt part of something bigger, and that was a key part of your healing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take us onward from there, if you would.
So it was just that, like you say, that acknowledgement that I didn't have to control it all.
Right.
I couldn't, but it's that realization as well. And coming back to something that was bigger than me, that was always there as well. The moon's always there, whether it's behind the clouds and we can't see it. She's still there. So it's that reminder that even in the darkest moments, we can still rise. The moon does, and we can as well.
Yeah.
And through that cycle, almost, my whole, one of my ethoses is that we do little things every day, and they're what build up.
Here.
So it's not one big Shazam, it's little bits that are incremental. I do say to people sometimes when they think they haven't made any progress, if they've been through something, I say, imagine it was on a visual, and you could see the progress, little things every day. Now we've got a visual representation of it. I'm stretching my arms, you can't see it on the screen, but look how far you've come. And they go, oh yeah. When you look at it objectively, but it's so hard when you're in it because you can't see the forest for the trees. And I don't know if you had this as well. My greatest fear was it's never going to feel better. I'll never find the light again. I'm stuck in this dark place forever. And that's a very real fear.
Yeah, well, the light at the other end of the tunnel is usually an express train coming the other way. It's little victories, isn't it? Small victories.
Yeah.
And they can be really, in the great world, you know, no, they're nothing to anybody else, but to you, if you kind of add up these little, and I do that all the time.
Yeah.
And I trained myself to do that all the time. And I have to say, Longie's probably been part of that. He'll hate me to saying that, but it's true that you look at it, you go, oh, I paid that bill, I made that little transfer, I sorted that little email out. It's not a big deal, in the great scheme of life. You haven't found the cure for world poverty, but you've done something. You've moved forward a little bit. That's enough, and you're not beating the shit out of yourself.
And to acknowledge
exactly,
yourself,
and that's the
rather
thing.
than being hard on yourself. I think it's a time where hopefully we learn the art of self-compassion as well.
I wish that would be
That's
great.
a practice as well, isn't it? It is doing those things that bring us those little glimmers of joy, even when we can't see a way forward. But it's doing those things that
starting the
ultimately help
day,
us.
Karen, starting the day with something. This is how little and silly it can be, but I think it can be a guide. I mean, I'm guiding you. I've never put myself in that position, but I always start with an espresso, and I always start my little thing, and I grind the beans and I put them into my little stove pot, and I have my espresso, my little happy cup. That's it. That's how I start every day.
And while that's boiling, you can breathe. You can intentionally breathe, so you're calming your nervous system and you're beginning to regulate yourself, rather than your mind going to, oh my God, I've got this to do, this to do, this to do, and you're already
it's exhausting,
painting that negative day and picture and exhausting yourself. If you're just focusing on your breath, which is always there, you haven't got to, like, you know what I mean, go and do anything different. You're just waiting for the pot to boil. You can really calm and come back into yourself. And that's what we forget. We forget the tools.
You have really sparked some great stuff with our fabulous audience. Rosie's saying this. She's an amazing person, but by the way, I like walking down the street and just saying to someone that they look lovely, or that's a lovely dress, or your hair looks nice. Their smile says it all. Yeah, if I do it, I'll get a punch in the face. But I think, a lady to a lady can do that.
Yeah.
And people are astounded these days.
You can tell a lady she looks nice without getting punched in the face. There are ways of doing it,
Well,
generally not walking up to someone on the street and doing it.
No, but it is paying somebody a compliment, a genuine compliment. Can absolutely make someone's day.
Yeah, and it lifts you up as well.
It's a nice thing to do. And Ian says this.
There was a lovely thing that went around online called glimmers a while ago.
Yes,
the word glimmer was mentioned, and that's what it was like for me. If there's a glimmer, there's a little flash of light, and I want to grab onto it, and it's like, no, you can't grab onto it. And the very act of grabbing makes it disappear, which is really frustrating. But glimmers,
but it's noticing them. That's all you need to do.
Well, there was a lovely meme that went around a while ago, Karen. It's glimmers are the opposite of triggers. They're tiny moments of awe. They spark joy and evoke inner calm. They have a positive effect on our mental health. They're micro moments causing tiny mood shifts. They send cues of safety to our nervous system, exactly what you just said. They bring feelings of ease and contentment. Our body responds with positive energy. They allow us to feel hope when lost. Our nervous system is strengthened by them. They can increase our well-being. And once we start embracing them, it can be a beautiful way to see the world around you. And of course, what we focus on increases, so you begin to see more and more of the old reticular activation.
Working with that neuroplasticity.
Ian's saying this, Karen. I might be wrong, says Ian. I'm like a castle with my emotions. My defense, like I guess his moat, is self-reliant, only allowing those I trust inside. Yeah. Well,
that's not a bad thing.
You're not wrong, boy. You're not wrong.
Softening and yielding to glimmers is not the same as not having boundaries.
No.
Far from it. And we wouldn't want to, I think that's important to say. Boundaries
I'm not sure I understand these glimmers. I don't know if I'm being thick or I'm just opioid off my face.
Just little, when I walk the dogs on the beach, I walk the dogs every day. So I'll go onto the beach, exactly. As I'm kind of walking down to the beach, I'll be like, show me how good it gets to be. And sometimes that, like, the sun comes out, it stops raining, or I manage to not get wet on my dog walk, or I'll find
not lose the dogs. That's another one.
Or the dogs behave.
Yeah. Or you remember to bring poo bags. That's another one.
God, don't. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. I've had to go back before.
Precisely.
Yeah.
The same thing. I know. I know. Well, Ebony, my
But the
little
point
mini
is,
Sal.
little things that we normally might take for granted, don't take them for granted.
Yeah.
Appreciate them, and they're all. But in a sense, do take them for granted because they have been granted in the sense. Well, they haven't been granted; they're there already. You just have to notice them.
But we don't notice them because we're so busy with
Busy.
the. It's not even the mundane, but the things that we have to do and the things that it's where we put. It's just redirecting your focus from.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is from someone very special. She used to live in Houston, Texas. Now she lives in Guildford because it's like a family on this show, which is amazing and wonderful. This is a lady called Julie Voice. It's the first anniversary of losing. God, that's gone so quick. Because she used to take her once or twice a week to the bowls club. Do you remember, Neil?
Yeah.
Going to the bowls club. It's the first anniversary. I can't believe that, Julie, of losing my darling mum. And I really don't want to do anything today. I don't blame you. I went to my weekly volunteering post at the local cancer centre, and I'm so glad I made the effort.
Yeah.
One of my counsellors, my podcast partner, and I have long conversations. Walk the Talk, the hero's journey. You can always find it. And Mark Collin. And you find freedom through service to others. You find freedom through service to others. So, Julie, that is a prime example. You go to volunteer at your local cancer centre. Magnificent thing to do. I try and help people at the time they most need it. And it's the best thing I've ever done. So, Julie, we send you our love and best wishes.
Yeah.
It's a balance, isn't it? I mean, I think service to others is a key component because it gets you out there and it also makes you feel that you've got something to give, which is important as well.
Very important.
But it's important to have it in balance. I was having this conversation last night, but you do have to think of yourself as well. And giving, and I know people that give all to other people, but are terrible at receiving anything themselves, and that's out of balance as well, because if they can't receive, they stop another person giving, so it's an important balance of giving and receiving.
I wouldn't know about that, Neil.
What?
Finding it hard to take compliments.
Not just compliments, anything.
Anything.
So anyway, you tuned into the moon. Oh, one day we'll get you to accept a compliment, Russ. So nice. You tuned into the, maybe the moon would help. You tuned into the moon cycles.
Yes.
That helps feel a bigger part of something else. Take us from there to the conception and the creation of the book that you hold in your hands today.
And I'd always, quite soon after Ben died, the book.
Quite soon after. Don't be shy. A bit closer. Come on. Let's see the book. Come on. There we go. Beautiful.
Soon after Ben died, I was writing and just getting all this crap that was in my head out. And I've always journaled about what's my feelings and my thoughts, because I think when you are on your own with kids and you can't verbalize to the children a lot of the time. No. I mean, I did, but you can't give them your whole rants about how unfair everything is and how you feel like you're on the floor and you don't know how you're going to get up the next morning and blah, 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 blah. That isn't age appropriate.
Or why?
Yeah.
It's not just how I'm going to get out of bed and get going, or why am I bothering?
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah. And it was at that point for the kids. They were my point. They were my why. And they were my.
Do it, haven't you?
Yeah. I've got to, for them. They've lost their daddy. They can't. I can't. They need me. Yeah. There was no.
People said to me all the time, "Oh, we don't know how you do it. You don't know how you do it." I said, "What am I supposed to do?"
Yeah.
5-year-old kids.
But you need a why.
What are you supposed to do
at a time like that? Otherwise, even the most slight sense of purpose is a good thing, I think, at a time like
definitely.
that.
So, yeah. So I'd done this writing. So I had this kind of, this random ramblings, I suppose. And that almost became the basis for the book. A lot of the stories of my journey come from those initial like midnight brain dumps that I had. And it's a message of hope, really. I think when we lose hope,
you lost it all.
What have we got? But it is a message of
you got nothing.
you can be in that awful place when you don't know why you're going to get up in the morning, or whether you want to get up in the morning, you've got no desire to whatsoever. But you don't want to go to bed either, because when you wake up in the morning, you remember again. And that is almost as bad as closing your eyes, knowing that you're going to remember when you wake up.
That is the problem. A lot of people won't address that. They can't. I'm having terrible problems sleeping. I can't sleep at all, but for different reasons. But yeah, they think, well, if I go to sleep, it just means that when I wake up, it's tomorrow, and I got to go through the same thing all over again, and it's a very daunting prospect for a lot of people.
Yeah,
particularly if you think you're never going to feel better, which is something I suppose that the ego, for want of a better word, tells you. You know, inner critic. Now it's bad. Now it's going to carry on. You know, there is no, because we've all got that voice inside us that we could do without. Call it inner critic if you like. Paul says, "Good afternoon, everyone. My mum passed away. 10 days before Christmas in 2013. Since then, this time of year has been difficult for me. As you know, my life has been a mix of ups and downs. Bowel cancer nearly took me away. But I like this bit. I've learned to embrace the good things in life and soldier on for my own sake," which tells me that you think you're worth doing it for, Paul, and that's important because you are.
He's had a hell of a life. He really has.
Call it self-love, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we all need to learn that.
Yeah. No, we do, and we feel selfish because we do things for ourselves, but it's not selfish if we're not okay. Nobody around us.
You can't give. I've said this so many times. You can't give from an empty cup. That's why it's got to be a balance of receiving and doing things for yourself. You can't help the poor by becoming one of them. You can't help people who are ill by ill yourself.
Down, Shep.
Sorry, my dogs have started barking.
What are their names? What are their names?
Yeah.
Well, I'm up at my mum and dad's at the moment. My mum had her knee replaced last week.
By the dog?
Don't be ridiculous.
Well, yeah. So
I'm make it clear, Karen.
Babysitting my mum.
Right.
So my dad's gone out for the day with his dogs. He's got gun dogs. So I've got my 2 dogs up here, and he'll be back shortly to relieve me.
So what have you got? Because everybody's dog lovers on this show. So what
I've
have you got?
A Springer Spaniel and a Red Labrador.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
We're animal
Energy
friendly on
a go go.
Kids, animals, all sorts. It's all good. So
yeah, so they've just started, and there's 2 sausage dogs in here with me as well, and one of my mum and dad's black labs is out there as well.
How many dogs? What is this? This is a menage. This is like 101 Dalmatians.
We've got 7 dogs between us.
Holy God.
How many?
7. Yeah.
Wow.
When we moved, when I moved us up here, our house sale fell through just before Christmas.
Of course.
And the kids had been into school and said their goodbyes to their classmates and their teachers and everything. And yeah, the house sale fell through. So I was like, what am I going to do? So I moved us, my mum and dad, bless them. We lived with them for 9 months, and we had 8 dogs between us in the house.
Wow.
And yeah, it was fun.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, dog house here as well. Yeah.
It's a weird thing you talking about your dad's got gun dogs, because you've just reminded me. I had the most vivid dream that I went and got 2 guns, 2 revolvers. This was last night's dream. What the hell's this about? It was so realistic. And I was checking the chamber and loading the revolver and carrying with me at all. One was a snub-nosed Smith & Wesson 357. And I'm not sure what the other one was. Had a silent. Weird thing to dream about.
It's quite a lot of detail here, Russ. You're starting.
Oh no, it was so. I felt the weight in my dream. I felt the weight of the gun. I could see one had a wooden stock, one had a metal stock. So realistic. I woke up and I thought, what the hell have I gone and bought? It's illegal.
Checking the drawers to make sure you haven't actually bought.
Please tell me I didn't somehow go somewhere and buy guns. I don't have guns, by the way. Just weird that you said your dad's gun dogs. It just sparked off what I
just sparked. Yeah, that's what grief's like, isn't it? We have those words, those songs, those things,
smells. It could be a perfume. It could be a food. It could be it's anything, and
it just comes back.
Karen, do you agree with this, Karen? And Neil knows I've said this many times before. You know, they always say haunting is somebody in a sheet or something really creepy, right? Horrible, because it's a horror film. But haunting really is you're walking down the street and you see someone turning a corner. You think, oh, that's that. No, of course it's not. Or you think, I must phone. Oh, well, that's going to be difficult. They're dead. I can't. That's haunting.
Yeah.
That's haunting.
And that's grief as well.
Yeah. Well, I guess. But it's also, yes, sure.
Yeah.
Though you're not feeling in grief. It's just that, I mean, so many people have said to me, something happened today, and I really wanted to phone my mum. The number of times I think I must phone my mum about Russell. She's been dead for years. What are you talking about, you moron?
It's just so ingrained in us, isn't it? That that's
and as mentioned
but it's
earlier,
okay to look at it and not feel like a complete twerp.
Yeah.
And go, well, a lot of other people do that.
But it's something we kind of, as a society, stick our head in the sand about.
Oh,
isn't it?
so rubbish. Yeah.
We're a society of ostriches when it comes to this, and I think conversations like this are very healing. If for nothing more than just allowing you to be human and to have human emotions.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons.
Scared. Sorry, Kat. Do you think people are scared it's going to happen to them? Like in some
if we
weird
don't talk
way,
about it won't happen. Yeah, it's like the cancer not being contagious, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, we're so, there's almost like a naivety, isn't there, about it? And
it's a fear.
We're all going to die.
It's a terrible fear.
Yeah.
And it's weird because when I did my training, I will say this, and please, I'm not just trying to shoehorn it in, but when I did my training as a celebrant, there was a coffin in the room, a wicker coffin. Nobody in it, obviously. It was a training, it was a week-long residential course. And when I walked in for the first morning, I thought, oh, Jesus, it kind of freaked me out. And now, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. I feel compassion for the family. Do I get freaked out? No. I catch a lift quite often in a hearse, which my friends all laugh about because they know what I'm like in real life. And it doesn't freak me out at all.
Yeah.
I find comfort in it. It is what it is, you know.
And I think that's how it should be, because as people who've lived it and in the role that you do, and I obviously support people who are grieving as well, it's that compassion, isn't it? It's you can't be like repulsed and like stand back.
If you're not empathetic, you are in the wrong job.
Yeah.
Because not only are you planning this, you're helping them, you become a little bit of a counselor. Don't want to be, but you know, you can't just say, well, that's nothing to do with me, I'm afraid. You got to be a bit of a counselor, a bit of a philosopher. I
think it's important. Yeah. You take on so many roles, counselor, philosopher. And I think it's important to the difference between empathy and compassion as well. Empathy is being an empath is taking on someone else's pain, which is not useful. That's like jumping in to save the drowning man and drowning yourself. Compassion is still a warm feeling, but it allows you to give someone space while honouring your own space as well and not taking it on. I think
we're not trying to fix it, because we can't fix it. None of us can. It's just being there and witnessing. And I think that's what we miss so often in grief. Nobody will witness us in our pain and in our suffering because they think that they might catch it. They think that it might happen to them, and they're too scared to.
And that maybe they think that somehow they have to find a solution to make it all better.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the moment you accept there is no solution.
Yeah.
One of our viewers was talking about the universe and stuff like that. The moment it's the same thing as the human brain cannot compute, cannot understand the vastness of the universe.
Yeah.
It's utterly impossible. You can't understand it.
No.
So if you accept that, it's okay. Stop looking for answers where there is no answer. You can't fix it. You can be there to help on a practical level. You can be there to try and alleviate the boredom and the loneliness. That's as much as you can do. You can be there and pop down to Tesco and bring some food in. It's a lovely thing to do. Or leave a hot meal outside the front door. Those are lovely things to do. That's all you can do. That's enough. That's enough.
And that is enough. There's nothing.
It's enough. You know?
Yeah.
That's more than enough.
So a
yeah.
lot of the book was your brain dump, getting it out there, and it can be very healing, wasn't it?
Mhm.
To
Yeah.
do that. And now here it is, all delightfully put in chapters and charting your whole journey, and it's out tomorrow, right?
Yes, it's out tomorrow.
And how do
Yeah.
people get it?
Well,
It's available
would you like to do this actually? Well, me and Russ will keep quiet, and if you want to do a quick, hello, I'm Karen Wybrow. I'm live on the Midday Show and pre-launch of my new book, and that look really good for the socials, and I'll cut that bit out and send it to you. So if you'd like to do that,
that'd be amazing.
Look,
Yes,
I
I'm
look
going
fabulous.
to read the back blurb. I'm going to read
Huh?
the blurb on the back because, yeah.
the forum is yours. Let me just change the positioning slightly. No, we don't want
That's the
that
one. That's it. Oh no, that's not so good.
No, we do want this one.
Good.
So we've given
No,
you
I don't like
prime billing now, Karen. So me and Russ will be quiet, and the floor is yours.
Thank you. I'm Karen Wybrow, and I'm here today talking about my book launch, which is happening tomorrow. It's One Sacred Life. And my book is a memoir, a mirror, a map of love, loss, and the sacred art of beginning again. Death reaches us all. No one gets out alive. We're all touched by grief and loss. And when everything changes, we're eventually invited to begin again. When my world was torn apart, I turned to the tides, the moon, and the patient patterns of nature to find my way home. My book is a raw, honest, and poetic reflection of this time, and I look forward to you reading it. Thank you. Oh.
Hello, Karen. Karen, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
This is Clem Fandango. We've got that one. Sorry, I've been rewatching Toast of London. Oh my God.
Yes, could you do it again with more feeling, darling? Feeling.
Darling,
No, that
could
was
you
lovely.
Could you
No, I'm
speed it
teasing.
up?
I'm teasing. That was
sound
lovely.
a bit slower. That was one of our guests, the great
You
John.
always imagine the producer in the background pressing the button. More feeling, darling. More feeling.
Yeah.
Darling, we've got that. No, they always go this. They go, that was great, Russ. Great. We've got that one for safety. We've got it for safety. But if you could just try, like, Jesus Christ.
No, that was a perfect take. What we call you one
great.
take Karen from now on.
Thank you.
Very much.
Which is a good thing to be. So, are you going on? Are you touring with the book? What are you doing apart from this?
I plan to.
Good evening, Wembley.
Yeah, we can do Wembley. Yeah, why not? I would love to do a tour with the book. So yeah, I haven't planned it yet, but that is something for the spring, I think.
Good luck with everything. It's not a small thing writing a book. It really isn't. So congratulations.
What's the matter with you, Ian? And I'll order my copy in Mandarin. Good luck with the book, Karen. Bravo, says the lovely Kimmy Lashmar.
Ian in Surbiton's our resident comedian, but you have to be to live in Surbiton.
Yeah, so it's available on Amazon for pre-order. The Kindle version's available now. The paperback should be available tomorrow.
I'm going to give you a clue. Let me give you a
steer.
steer. Let me give you a financial steer here.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. Let me give you. Kindle's great, but you earn sod all money. Soddle. So my Kindle sales on my Supernatural book was like fantastic. Money, rubbish. So you want to, Karen, push the paperback.
Wait for the paperback tomorrow.
Push the paperback.
Yeah. And I prefer a paperback. I prefer a paperback copy. It's just nice to have and hold.
I'm really annoyed. I gave away a brand new Kindle Paperwhite reader. I wish I hadn't. I want it back now.
And if anybody does buy the book, the paperback copy, and send me pop a review on Amazon. I'm doing some tarot readings for the first 10 people who leave me a reading. So you just need to screenshot it and send it over to me.
Oh, super! Yeah, it all helps.
And by the way, reviews are huge. Reviews are so important, Karen. You know that.
And thanks for coming on and having this conversation.
Thank you. It's been
also maybe if you're watching the replay of this, and maybe it's one of those, because that can happen sometimes. Bit of synchronicity. You find just the right video at the right right time. Or maybe if you need to hear this message today, you watching this, watching live or watching the replay, we hope it helps you as well.
Yeah.
And wonderful work you're putting out in the world, Karen. It's been a pleasure and an honour to have you back on.
Yeah.
And that hour passed quick, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
Yes,
It's
Karen.
lovely. Thank you.
so
And
much.
if you ever want me back on, just drop me a message. I will.
Oh yeah, you got to.
Well, do absolutely do keep in touch with us, yeah, and I'm sure we'd be delighted to have you on again.
I tell you what, Karen. While I've got you, if you'd like to be my guest on my podcast, Walk the Talk, The Hero's Journey, available on Spotify, Amazon, and everything else, Apple, I think you'd be a great guest.
Yeah.
So Neil is going to send me your email address, and I'm going to set it up because I think you'd be terrific.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that'd be amazing.
I also quite like to chat with Maddie sometimes because she sounds interesting.
She's too busy, that Maddie.
Financial coach and ADHD, because we talk about that.
We
so
like Maddie.
I'll drop your details. I'll send them over to you.
We'll hook each other up on Facebook.
Hook it up.
As we say in media, hit you up on the socials.
God, yes, that's it. Thank you so much, Karen. Good luck with the book. I hope.
Thank you, Karen. I'll send you the footage and I'll send you that soundbite that you recorded as well separately. I'll send all that through on WeTransfer later on.
Thank you so much.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Good luck.
Well, she charming, absolutely charming. Neil Long, this handsome dude on my there. That is Neil Long. Look, I'm poking him in the ear.
Other way.
He will be back on Wednesday. I have no idea if he's got a guest, but knowing Neil,
I do. Bex Winterbourne on Wednesday.
Who's that?
Bex Winterbourne.
What does she do?
Bex Winterbourne. Wow,
it's a cool name. That it sounds like somebody out of a detective novel.
How long have you got?
Well,
Bex Winterbourne, coaching for heart-led healthcare.
That's good.
Heart-led leadership. So I'm looking forward to having a chat with Bex on Wednesday, all about that. I've got a dilemma. You've got a couple of minutes to help me with a dilemma.
Yes, I'm
here.
Yes,
I'm in trouble with my girlfriend. I'm in trouble.
Oh crap! Why? What have you done?
Well, she said she wanted an advent calendar, and she loves cheese. So last year, I got her a cheese advent calendar. No, I got her a cheese advent calendar.
That's my idea of heaven.
Got it sent to her residence. Because I'm such a nice boyfriend. All right. And I addressed it to Nadia Babes, spelled with a Z, because her name's Nadia Babes. Her daughter opens the door to the postman and she said, there's no one here by that name, because there isn't technically someone called that. So sent it back, which caused ructions. So she had to go and collect it. However, this year, she was expecting another one. And I thought, I kind of not forgot, but so I got her one. Wait,
you forgot?
Wait, no, I didn't.
It's blindingly obvious. He is trying to use a JCB to dig himself out of this hole.
So I got her this one, and it's a lovely advent calendar with something else that she likes. But
what is it? I didn't see what it was. It was like subliminal.
I'll tell you off air, just in case she's watching.
Oh, all right. It's obviously disgusting.
I think she might be watching. Just to plan.
Hey, Nadia Babes.
So, and it's a lovely one. It's thick and it's heavy and it's nice and it's full of things that she likes.
Oh dear God.
But now she said, no, I didn't want that. I wanted cheese. So I've had to order a cheese one today, but there's a 2-day gap.
Right.
So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to survive in the next 2 days because the cheese one doesn't arrive till the 3rd. And now she's getting 2 for the price of 1. Okay.
You're spoiling that.
And she's still cross with me. Help me understand, Deirdre. What do I do?
Well, here's the thing.
I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. Women.
Dear bereft of Southeast London. Here's my advice to you. Dear bereft of Southwest London. Here's my advice to you, and thank you for your letter. I'm like Belle Mooney, aren't I? Number one, you're spoiling her. You're spoiling her. Treat them mean, keep them keen. That's the first thing. You've fallen at the first hurdle, right?
Well, I think so.
Yeah, you're spoiling this girl. You're spoiling her for a start. So now you're getting her, she's wheedled out of you, not 1, but 2 gifts.
Yeah.
Demand the first one back. There you go. Right? Secondly,
I don't think that's going to fly.
Do you want my advice? Because I am a relationship expert as of 30 seconds ago. The next thing, and this I think is going to win around like that. right?
I do have an idea. I'll tell you my
No,
idea.
I've got a much better one. Just listen to my idea.
Well, no, I'm
Because
listening. I'm
this is the
listening.
winner, right? What's your local supermarket?
Tesco, Sainsbury's.
Right. After the show, you go to Tesco's and you buy a big family pack. Listen to me.
I'm listening.
Of cheese slices. Don't go mad. Just get the no brand one. Like get a Tesco's own brand one, right? Just get that. Go round to where she lives. And every day, just post through a cheese slice through the letter.
It's similar to my idea.
Is this not a great idea?
No, it's not bad. We're thinking along the same lines. I appreciate it, Russ. Here's my idea. I've made this. Now, that just covers the 2 days. That covers the 2 days where the cheese won't be. So so not only is she getting 2, she's also getting extra cheese for 2 days, albeit 2 days late. And I'll still be in the doghouse.
If she still keeps on at you and busting your balls about
Neil, man up, tell Nadia, she'll have the one you bought, like it or lump it. Quite right, Paul. P.S. We sell hard hats in my shop.
Yeah. It's a Wonderful single, isn't it, really? Anyway, a cheese advent calendar would be my idea of heaven. I'm with Julie Voice on this. But I think that posting a single slice of processed cheese from a family pack from Tesco, if that doesn't bring her round to your door crying with emotion, I don't know what will.
Yeah, she's a tough girl. She's a tough girl.
All right, wait. All right. You know they're cellophane wrapped, each of those individual cheese slices, right?
Yeah.
Right? Draw like a little bit of holly, make it festive.
Oh, she loves Christmas.
And that shows that you've gone to thought and trouble.
Thanks.
For any of your emotional or sexual advice that you want, especially if you're lovelorn, I'm your man. And that is the sort of advice. I have just solved Neil's problem. You all saw it unravel in real time. You can have the same wonderful support from me in future.
There we go.
Thank God she didn't want a fish advent calendar.
Ooh, is there such a thing?
Precisely. That's the point. That's the thing.
Thanks for your help, Russ. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
Always here for you. I've known you for many, many decades. I'm always here for you. I'm your pal.
I know.
And on that note, I think I've exhausted myself with my sheer genius of solving Neil's romantic conundrum.
Well, no, there is slightly more. If you've got 1 minute,
I'm all yours.
All right,
I'm all yours. Go on.
So I was preparing this before I came on air. So let me just see what chat's come up with. I've been using a bit of AI this morning.
Okay.
Perfect. That's what I want. I'm just have to do this on the fly. 1 moment.
All right. Well, I can take off Karen Wybrow because she's very, very marvelous. But
sorry,
it's on your thing. I can't do it.
Right. Can you do that?
I don't know what he's doing. It's bound to be great. It's bound.
Hold on. I'll just get rid of that. Right. Hold the fort for a second, if you would.
Oh, for God's sake!
Right. Well, I need that. That's what I need. I won't be long. It'll just be 30 seconds. Hold the fort for me.
Right. You remember Chantel the other on Friday was talking about a show called Malice. I'm filling in while Neil's doing.
Oh yes, no, I've heard of Malice. Is it worth watching?
Anyway, Jack Whitehall. All right, unbelievable as a.
Oh, he plays a really good baddie, doesn't he? Because we're used to him being funny.
He is so 100%, 360 degrees convincing. Amazing. I've always said that comedians make really sinister villains. This is great. I thank Chantel for her excellent recommendation. It's on Prime. It's called Malice. It's on 5 parts or something.
Do you think I'd make a good villain?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. Pretty much.
So I don't think I've gone too far with this. Just to show my girlfriend that I really
stand by, everybody.
So what I've created is an emergency advent calendar with an AI picture of her looking cross with a worried Santa. Now that's what I've created.
Right.
Do you think
she's going to love you for that photo? Because that's really flattering.
Do you think I'm pushing my luck here?
Not at all. Not at all. Somebody said, "Do please buy a helmet." I'd buy. You never watch? Do you ever watch? I think it's called Well, it's not Countdown. It's called something else. The one with Vicky McClure. What I think you need to do is when she's the bomb disposal expert. I forgot what that.
Oh yeah.
Right. What I would do if I were you, I'd phone Vicky McClure because I know you're very close. Obviously, say Vix, if you're not using the outfit that you wear when you're about to defuse a bomb,
idea.
could I borrow it, the whole thing, when I next visit my girlfriend? And I think that's going to help.
Thank you.
Not
and I'm not in
only
Mordor.
will you
I'm
look
in New
very
Mordor.
attractive.
I'm in New Mordor, not Mordor. That's a totally different place. You Surbiton snob, you.
Yeah, that was very good. Robin Williams in 1 Hour Photo. Absolutely. Remember Don Rickles in Casino. Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for all the help and advice. I'll hopefully see you
I
Wednesday.
can't help
if I'm
my
still
pal
alive.
Neil. What's the point? Dear God. Right, he'll be back on Wednesday. I'm exhausted. Bye-bye, everybody.